They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
42-yard line.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Back to throw again. That is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 26. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
He was brought down at the 28.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Carson. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. Let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Second and long. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you You absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 38-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Wilson. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown.
Marquise Goodwin, 38 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game, that they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Camara. They'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Here's Camara, try to run for him. Working across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Seahawks 7, Saints nothing.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
One-handed. Love the effort.
14-yard line.
Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session if he said, hey, run that one back, Coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that
2
again.
more time.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
2nd and 11. He's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas there to make the grab. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Here's Carson. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
So I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it with Carson. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Michael Dixon to kick off for
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
and they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 32. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a... And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Melvin Ingram. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Wilson. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Bobby Wagner able to run him down for a loss of a yard. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On third down, here's Kamara. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
6-yard line. A gain of 3. It's now 4th down and less than a yard.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Here we go with Kamara. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Second and 8 coming up. To throw is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Wilson going for Metcalf. And got his man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
Seattle.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to take another shot here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Will Disley, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And 10.
To throw again, Wilson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Throwing again here, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They're going to look to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change your name, how about your respect?
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback, because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. A busy night continues for Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll look to throw here. That's caught. It's Thomas. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. His second touchdown of the night. And the Saints have retaken the lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Wilson, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
The ball carrier.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And they give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd down at the 43-yard line.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. They run again with Carson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Ford. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line.
And a
really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Kamara. He'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
7 brings up 3rd and 1.
Again, it's Kamara. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Counter, here's Kamara, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Back to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got it.
And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
2-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Seahawks 35, Saints 31. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
31.
Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because they're going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.